Hey, I'm Jim from Jim's Fastback Garage. Welcome to my lovely mess. Today's video is about a Ford 250 inline six-cylinder startup. It will be in at least two parts. I hope you enjoy it. Stick around for the second part. All right, we're gonna take these plugs out. Several days ago, put some Marvel oil in here, and I've been turning it over by hand with the plugs in, and it seems to be okay. It's not hydro locking on me, which means some of the oil probably went past the rings, which is good. It's been more than a week that this oil has been in here. These are old junky plugs. They'll probably not work. But today we're just gonna spin this thing over, hopefully with the starter. And that hurt. I got arthritis in my wrists. That one was barely in there. This is the motor I bought a while back over in Ohio. The fellas had it stored away for years in a barn, along with some other motors, mostly all Fords. Super nice guy. I enjoyed going over there and getting that, but the drive home, the wind blew it on us for 230 miles, and I felt like my truck was going off the road every 5 seconds. So I need to get a flashlight, look down in there. There was a piston. That's nice. My light's not very bright. That piston's at the top. Little birds. I cannot see the cylinder wall, so my piston's light. My light's not bright enough to see. But now it's working smooth. Alright. Here in just a little bit, I'm going to put a battery over here. And we're going to spin this thing over. See what happens. It'll blow junk out of there, obviously. And after that's blown out, I'm going to clean these spark plugs off and put them back in. So we're going to get a battery out of the big green car here. And you'll notice that I don't film everything. Now we're going to put this battery in here, get set up, and hopefully spin this over here. Alright. As you can see, bought a new solenoid. This is just hanging here. Got my wires set up. Had to tear the starter all the way down, pull the brushes and everything, and even though it looks new, it's about 25 years old. And it finally started working, so we're just going to hook the battery cables up here. And it looks like I need to move the battery closer. Maybe get rid of some silly stuff like this. Yeah, that's not going to stay. ground side. Actually, I may have to clean that. Now these terminals are tapered. When you're cleaning this, you want to try not to cut your taper out. So I just barely shave it with a nice sharp pocket knife. Yeah, who tightens those? When you're testing, you don't need to tighten them down. Matter of fact, I don't tighten them when they're in the big green car over there either. I just start it up. I put the negative on and push it down like that, and we're good. So I'm going to be right back with a small jumper to go from here to here. We're going to spin it over. Don't you like my jumper cables? I think this is speaker wire in here. It's really small, but this is good to get me a positive signal over to the solenoid. So let's see what we can do. Got to hook to the start side here, and we're gonna spin it now. Here we go. We're gonna make some sparks probably. That's perfect. Now I wonder if I'm getting any oil pressure in this thing. Oh, right over there. I might just open that up and see if oil's going to come out. That's just spinning. This is the oil pressure sending unit. You usually find these on a vehicle that has a pressure gauge on the inside, which will give you an indication of how much pressure you got. Well, let me see. I've got a bucket. I'll just put that bucket there. Should be able to see oil shoot out of here if there's any coming up. I see oil. That's a good sign. So off camera, I was cranking this thing and putting my hand here, and there was a lot of sucking back here, just a little. So we're gonna set up here and take the valve cover off and check the valves, make sure they are popping open and not sticking, and also closing. So I'm gonna set the camera up here and we'll get busy on this thing here in just a second. I got all my junk tools out here. Yep, that's not gonna work. It fits there. reveal. I broke that one. Gaskets always break. Well, it looks decent on the inside, except for the crud. Well, I guess I could put my jumper wire on there and just watch that and see if we get oil up in here. Crank it for a while, so I'm gonna grab that real fast. Let's just get operation. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but them all work nice. They are working good. Let's crank this some more and see if it will, see if some oil will come up to these rockers. We are getting oil. I think this thing will start as soon as I get ignition to it. Well, a little fuel. You can see the oil. It was getting up here. A lot of these push rods were rotating. That one wasn't at first, then it started to once oil got into it. But these things are rotating. I was always told that the cam grind, as it pushes against the lifter, forces the lifter to go in a circle. So that's really my first time of witnessing that. It's kind of neat. But yeah, oil to the top of the motor, that's a good thing. Like I was saying, this is the carb tag. And I don't know if you can see that right there, but it says D6 DE. Well, that looks pretty good. I'm tickled with that. And I got a little spider on my forehead. You see that little guy? He's swinging there. Get off it. There he goes. Alright, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to cut away from this now, and I'm probably going to find a gasket for this, or I will glue this one back together and put it back in there just to get it started later on. So got a lot of work to do on distributor. Either clean one up and make points out of it, or try to wire the electronic ignition. So for now, we're just gonna stop right here. Well, that's the first part. I hope you enjoyed it. Make comments, subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate all the help I can get. Come back for part 2 if you have time. And we'll see you then. Bye.